Alright. Well, again, it's sad to see, but another another chapter has been closed. And the Shilovo custom map against Gumbitron, concluded. Um, it just default timed out. Um, you know, it is what it is. We'll take a look at it. Um, see what maybe play was left in the game, but I think those games were pretty much decided as well. Um, but let's take a look at them. So first we've got the Russian side here. Load. Okay. Um, yeah, we can't see too much. I don't know. Um, I feel like this game has a little bit more play left. You know what? Maybe we need to play this map some more to get a better feel. Cause yeah, we didn't. It's what, turn 8 right now. To get a good feel for the map. I mean, it's clear that we're winning, right? I mean, but he still has some play. Like, he can definitely kill this, get it out of. I don't know if he can get it out of encirclement. I mean, God. I mean, there's still some play in the south. Like I don't say that I obviously win this, but there's still play in the south. In the center, yeah, we're winning. Yeah, we have a pretty big artillery force. He's just got what? Couple of infantry still there, and we've got a lot of our own conscripts. And totally bust these guys and then run this recon in though to shoot at stuff. That's what I would do. Um, what does he kill this troop though with? Probably. I guess some infantry. That's funny. I mean that's a pretty good move on my part, I guess. Lol. Um, I mean this is pretty solid force. Rocket artillery, all the tanks. These pieces are not in the best position. Like the North, he's still got a lot. This game had a lot of. I'm kind of sad because this game definitely had a lot more play left to it. I mean, it's kind of clear that we've been able to retake the initiative a little bit, but it's not 100% clear yet. The picture's not crystal clear. Sure, we've made some good infantry advances and some good artillery damage, but it's far from over, and we don't we have some attacking potential and flanking potential in the bottom here, but we don't have that much. Like, there's still gonna be a lot of give and play left, actually, I feel. In the north too, though. Hmm. Like in the north, he's got the advantage, but I don't think he can press it that much because we have the center. Yeah, I don't know. I really kind of wanted to see what his next turn was gonna be. Well, let me see. Can I surrender so I can see the? Yeah, let's look at some of the scores. So some of the T-34s did damage and didn't take any damage. Great. Some of the T-60s, the artilleries. Um, Here's a heavy infantry. Here's a regular infantry that did some pretty good back and forth. A T-60. That's your heavy infantry. T-30 conscript. Let's review the battlefield. So yeah, so he's got this. Got a good force up in the north, right? He's got 3 tanks. He's got 2 AT. He's got an infantry. He's got an artillery. And what we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks, and one of them is at half strength. And got a couple of infantry, and AT and a T-60. Hmm. There's a lot of play left. He's got a lot of choice left. Does he go for this tank up here? Does he try to push in the artillery on this infantry? Does he, and then what's my counterattack with my tanks and possible encirclement? And then here in the center, like what is he gonna do with his tanks? Like, he gonna bust? Is he gonna bust up my KV-1? He could totally rocket. He could totally double rocket artillery. He could throw a KV. He could throw a Mars 21 centimeter on it. He could AT it. He could probably push it into this. Could he push it in? Maybe push it into this forest and the infantry up to finish it off in the forest. That's what I would do if I was him. I'd put this tank here, or maybe this tank here. I'd throw rocket artillery on it. I'd throw a 21 centimeter on it, and then I would push it back with like this one or that one or something, and then I'd send my infantry in to kill it, and then I could probably gotta try to hit this artillery stuff, but probably try to fuck up this T-62, doing the same kind of deal maybe. I don't know, maybe not. But he could definitely fuck that KV-1. I'm pretty sure he could fuck this KV-1 right now, but just with what he's got right here, and then that's really good, and then I mean, and then he's really just kind of falling back a little bit. And he has a problem with me pushing down this road with the tank and infantry, so he doesn't have anything backing it up. I mean, he could reposition the recon down there, but he does have a problem, right? He does have a problem here. The north is looking, equal or good for him, but got a bad problem in the south here. And then this doesn't really get resolved. I mean, he kills the conscript. He moves it here maybe. I keep the encirclement going for another turn, but I'm not gonna do much either. And this is just like a stalemate. And then all the play is gonna be around here in this forest. And what he chooses, how the north folds. folds up how much prestige he has left, but I'm assuming he's completely out. We still have some amount of prestige for repairs. I don't know. Yeah, this game had a lot left to it. I don't think him attacking up here is gonna net the best results. I think this is kind of stalemated in the north, actually. I think he has his big play here, trying to kill this KV-1 in the forest, and, you know, probably killing these guys, because they're not going to have anywhere to... If you put somebody here, you'll be able to surrender this guy pretty easily, and then you could put the recon in. But there's the only thing it can get here, I think, is if you march these guys, then they can get in the forest. Not sure. Um, and then this whole southern flank is a problem. Like I'm pretty sure he just retreats this all the way back, and maybe like this tank has to come here, and you know this doesn't look good for him. Like I guess he just leaves this infantry here to die, but does have 10 entrenchment, but he can't hold the town, and he can't really support it that well either. So kind of fucked. Like this artillery piece needs to go somewhere too. Like I guess the recon comes all the way down here. Like can it though? Like no, like because it's gonna you want to use the recon over here to hit the hit the artillery. Yeah, I mean it's not looking good for Germany. Germany has lost the initiative on most fronts and really is just reacting now to the Russians instead of trying to push for the objectives. Because I mean, technically, in order to win, he just needs this hex and that hex. And he's pretty close, but there's no way he's getting to either of those two hexes. So, I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see what this would have turned out, though. It still had some play in it, for sure. Well, maybe we'll have to play this map again with somebody else. But it's definitely, I wonder, is it Russian biased or is it German? I don't know. I think this is a somewhat balanced map, but I think it's definitely German favored. I think it's German favored. Alright, well, I'm gonna just submit it or go look at the next one. Alright, now this one is when I am the Germans. What is it? This is turn 6. Last one was Russian 8. Yeah, like I'm doing way better as the Germans. Okay. This is only turn 6 and we've already taken Shilovo. Yeah, like we just completely destroyed Shilovo and we just wrecked through the south here. We've got this guy encircled. We'll even capture this secondary town. And yeah, these guys are in full retreat. The only play, again, we did really good in the forest fighting and the infantry fighting. But we didn't do so good in the north, right? Even as the Germans, we are pushed back, right? This guy took some damage. I mean, we're pushing through the forest, no problem. But, and he's got all these tanks, all these very healthy tanks. Huh. I mean, I wonder what he was gonna do with his tanks. I mean, he's trying to push into us, and we're not giving him an easy wall to push into, right? All of these pieces have AT behind him. Sure, he can push up and hurt the AT then, and then I don't know. Like he could put KB there, he could do that. There's a lot of things he could do with his armored pieces. But hmm. Yeah, he's got again, there's still some play. There's not that much play left in this game just because this is completely collapsed and I can just run infantry all along this forest right up to there. Um Now it would be pretty hard for infantry. It would be pretty hard for infantry alone to push a tank off that hex, but I mean I'm gonna have some tanks here too, and I'm gonna have artillery. Some of it's gonna be 15 centimeter and 20. Like I'm gonna have the ability. Like it's not gonna be a problem. Um, and I don't think he's real. Even if he attacks full alpha strike into all of this line, like I don't think he breaks it that easily. And I think he takes a lot of damage. And we have a lot of money too. See, that's another big thing. Any losses we take here, of course, full losses we can't take, but anything that leaves the tank alive, we can easily heal it up, no problem. So, I don't know. Definitely had some more tank fight action here to see what that was going to resolve into, but operationally it really wasn't. I don't think it was going to matter because we won this so easily. We'll be able to reposition some tanks over here or help with an encirclement. He can't keep pushing here. He's gonna have to start to fall back and try to hold this hex, just because every other front failed. You know. But let's look at the surrender. Let's look at some of our ratios. So one of the rocket artillery did a great job. Artillery, 15 centimeter artillery. Other rocket artillery, 15 centimeter. One of the Panzer J's, Panzer 4Fs. Some more artillery. Lots of the good kills here. A little bit of back and forth for the pioneers and the infantry, but they really just racked up the kills. Here's an 8 rad though that took a whole bunch of damage. One of the recon. Um, but it definitely dished out a lot. Here's one of the Panzer J's that took a lot of damage. Review battlefield. Now what has he got back? Right? He's got nothing. Right? He's got nothing. Got an infantry all the way back here. I mean, he's got an artillery here that he could use to probably mess up that tank. And he's got a recon, and he could turn that into artillery mode too, I think. But really not much more behind what we saw. So again, a good tank force, more than a match tank force than what we currently have here, but it's still enough to hold the line, and that's all we really need it to do because these guys won their front so well that we can just encircle and envelop in the field if he chooses to stay there, which is why he's gonna have to just retreat. Maybe take some shots and retreat, but that's probably going to be his best move. And so it's just a slow. This is there's not that much game left in this game. This is just a slow retreat. You know, back to this hex, and then we just surround it and slam it. Any attack he tries right now against this wall, I don't think is going to be very effective. It could, I don't know. You'd have to try to, I don't think so. I think if you put all of his effort, he could probably mess up this artillery. Make him mess up this AT, maybe mess up this Panzer J. But I don't even think he's going to be able to get to this artillery. I don't know. Hmm. It doesn't, as I say, it really doesn't matter just because this got lost so quickly and so hard. So that'll be all she wrote. Probably we would win this honestly in like 4 turns, maybe 3 turns, because I'm assuming he retreats, he retreats, he retreats. I'm assuming 4 turns, 4 or 5 turns, and we'll be able to take this last hex. Maybe 3 turns, but I don't know. But yeah, that'll be it for Shilovo. I'll send it off. I do really like this map though. He did a really good job designing this map. Like if you ever played the Graviteam Tactics Shilovo, this is spot on. This is exactly what it looks like for Graviteam. And it's fun to play, and it's fun to play this map in Graviteam, and it's fun to play this map in Panzer Corps. It's just a fun map, and it's a good scenario, and it's somewhat balanced scenario, and you get the tank fighting in the field, and you get the possible and flanking and encirclement. You get the city and forest fighting with the infantry, and you get the useless flank flight, the useless side flanking area attack. That's just for show, really. I mean, we used it to somewhat effectiveness. We used this bridge, but yeah, it was good. I mean, and then the only planes to speak of are the scout planes, which are good. I like that. um, Overall, a fun scenario. All right, well, I'm gonna submit it or end it. All right. Not down to too many games right now, but maybe we'll change that. Looking forward to. I don't think we're ever gonna see another round of that Warsaw from Netscape. I think he's still trying to edit and adjust that map. Um, and then Grondel, I think he's gonna be gone for probably another week before we play another turn of that on his custom map. So, yeah. And then I think what next week? Yeah. So the next week on Wednesday, I think the Panzer Corps round ends. And then the week after that, on the 27th, will be the new round. So be a while before we get a new Panzer Corps round, but maybe we'll fill the gap in with, um, another round from someone on some cool map. But yeah. Well, pleasure as always. See you around.